podcast, episode 3. Let's listen to some copyright-free music. You can find it in the YouTube audio library. Today we're going to talk about Syria, Russia, the US, all that good stuff. First article. First article is called "On the Brink with Russia and Syria Again 5 years Later." And the other one's pretty cool too. US Marines conduct live fire drills with Syrian, quote, rebels in rare display aimed at Russia. So the US Marines are now probably working alongside al-Nusra or Al-Qaeda. Interesting. First, let's go to "On the Brink with Russia." In my mind? Yes. Excellent. So, 81 double XPs to go. Give me a good 2 scholar, right? Wrong. That was a song by Diamond Ortiz. Next, a song by South London Hi-Fi. Yeah, man, that's some really fucked up shit. In the 70s and 80s, especially in the 80s, the CIA sponsored the Mujahideen. Those were the people in Afghanistan trying to get the communists out. The Mujahideen turned into Al-Qaeda, so the dogs of war bit the Americans back in the ass. That was actually an American invention, Al-Qaeda. Yeah, I said it. And now in Syria, they're fighting, the Marines are fighting alongside the Islamists. I mean the jihadis. What the fuck? start bringing them in. Alright, next song is by Skip Rocks. Like a hot knife through butter. Get him. Eight and a half thousand munitions left. That's awesome. What doth I get getteth? Nice. Right. I want to swap in one of you guys. Hey, welcome to the show. You can drop a comment on my YouTube. I'll give you a shout out. Let's play some guns up. Okay. Let's go back. 8,500 munitions left. Total score 10,000 XP. That's good. Doubled to 21. That's actually making a dent. And how much munitions do I get? 13,000. Yeah, that's 2 card packs. That's awesome. Next. So check it out, right? NATO is now on the brink again with Russia in Syria. 5 years later. So in 2013, the New York Times accommodated Russian President Vladimir Putin's desire to speak directly to the American people and the political leaders about events in Syria. So they let him write a column inside a... Hey, that's too quick. How fast is that? Okay. I bet you heard a lot about some anonymous op-ed That's op-ed means opinion editorial. Well, they gave, the New York Times gave Putin an opinion editorial a while ago. 6,000, 9,000. I'm all good. I can bring a little bit of ammo. Am I right? Let me see. I can bring some health. Put a berserk, because that's health. Hey, no type formation, never. 9. Bring a flag. Still have some of those. Unit damage. Move out. You're listening to Bouncy. A song called The Grand Affair. It's all copyright free music because they passed a new copyright law. And I'd be getting taken off YouTubes. Any barrels? I got myself a focus fire. That's pretty good. I really don't see a lot of barrels here. Gotta do it right now. Come on, buddy. Nice. Next song by A in the O. A to the O. Yeah, yeah. Uh-oh, someone's about to rap on this stuff. Nope. No rapping. Just crapping. So 5 years ago, Vladimir Putin was writing a column in the New York Times under the title "A Plea for Caution from Russia." In it, he warned that the military strike by the US against Syria will result in more innocent victims and escalation the conflict far beyond Syria's borders and unleash a new wave of terrorism. These loading screens are too quick. I'm used to having them take forever. I'm not complaining. 3 weeks before his piece, on August 21, there had been a chemical attack in the suburb of Ghouta in Syria, and they blamed it on Assad. It soon emerged, however, Ample evidence the incident was a provocation to bring the US into the war. So they allegedly faked, a gas attack. They're both kind of shitty here. Might as well go for you, no? I'll give it a shot, man. Yeah, I got some ammo. Hell, I'll even bring in a focus fire. Hey. Hey! That'll do nicely. I don't see a lot of barrels here. Oh. I probably need to rush this base. It's an open base, that's awesome. Okay guys, next song it's called Spaz Cardigan. Okay. Oh, this sounds like what a Dutch guy would rap over this kind of beat. Luister knul, je bent misschien een oude lul, maar zelfs met een koude je kinderhand koud te vul. Je lult je nek en je vult een plek. Limburg zeggen zeg, je klinkt gewoon flauwekul. Je deed wel veel, maar je zei niks. Mijn penis zo groot als je penis. Hilarious. We call it Santa Claus rap. Sinterklaas rap. Nobody likes it. If you like that kind of shit, you're an idiot. And you don't know good music if it bit you up the ass. Hey. What's going on here? What's going on here? Nightmare bases. Let's go get one. Jesus God, okay. No problem there. Come on, get those bombardiers. Get them. You know what? I don't like this song. I don't like this song at all. Next song. This sounds like somebody made it with Fruit Loops. I mean, Fruity Loops, Loopy Fruits. Who still uses Fruit Loops? I got a buddy in Canada who uses it. I can't stand it. I use Reason for that stuff. Not the concept, but the software. Reason is a sequencing tool. Matter of fact, I'm gonna fix my keyboard and maybe start laying down some tracks again. I could really use like something. This looks good. Maybe not, right? Alright, Nightmare Base conquered. Nice. Next song. The Grand After by Coop. Nice chill little rap song, awesome. Bring it on. Yes. And gone. So I'm gonna have to take a look at how fast the loading screens have become. Maybe they fixed my issue. Two days before Putin's peace, I had a fortuitous up-and-close personal opportunity to watch the bitterness and disdain in which, while Wolfowitz and Lieberman heaped abuse on Obama for being too cowardly to attack. His appeal for cooperation with the US, Putin had written these words: "My working and personal relationship with Obama is marked by growing trust. I appreciate this. I carefully studied his address to the nation on Tuesday, and I would rather disagree with the case he made on American exceptionalism, stating what the United States policy is what makes America different." Yeah, the new American policy under Trump is, "We're America, bitch." That's a quote, a literal quote. That's what they're saying now. Fuck that. It's extremely dangerous to encourage people to see themselves as exceptional, whatever the motivation. There are big countries and small countries, rich and poor, those with long democratic traditions and those still finding their way to democracy. The politics differ too. We are all different, but when we ask for the Lord's blessings, we must not forget that God created us equal. Yeah. In recent days, the National Security Advisor, John Bolton, a motherfucker who never met a war he didn't like, has left no doubt that he is the mascot of American exceptionalism. That means America is always right to send its forces uninvited into countries like Syria. Quote, "We've tried to convey the message in recent days that if there's a third use of chemical weapons, the response will be much stronger." Okay, so even if the rebels gas their own people, they're going to go in there, which is bullshit. Bolton said on Monday, "I can say we've been in consultations with the British and the French, who have joined us in the second strike, and they also agree that another use of chemical weapons will result in..." So not only the Americans are crazy at the moment, also the British and the French. I thought British left the European Union. They need to. Why the hell is France in this mix? I'm very angry about this. So what if we don't like who won that war? At least the war is ending. Only have one yet? I guess maybe you. What's special here? That's a boost card. 11,000. No, I've had enough bombardiers for a day. Well, there you go. Ain't that messed up? Okay. 11,000, 8,000. Fine. Flag. Next song by Easy Sunday. Or is that the title? Yeah. Song by Bad Snacks. Nice. I don't have any tactical boots, but I want them. I'm gonna regret that. Let's not do that. Ha! So 5 years ago, Donald Trump tweeted, "Many Syrian so-called rebels are radical jihadis, not our friends, and supporting them does not serve our national interest. Stay out of Syria." Well, he sure did a 180 on that. Now the Marines are fighting together with the jihadis. That's insane. Those are the people that blew up the towers, unless... well, I'm not going to go there. Unless they didn't. What am I going to do here? I burned a couple of my grunts there. They know what they signed up for. Next song. New Trees. Alright. Hey, play the song, damn it. How pointless was that? What's wrong with my truck? The music is probably not going to happen here. U.S. Marines conduct live fire drills with Syrian rebels in rare display aimed at Russia. Okay, which rebels? On Thursday, an anti-Assad group in Syria South confirmed to Reuters via its rebel commander that is conducting... that truck was in a sniper... on a sniper tower range. Okay. if the truck stops there. The truck stops here. Yeah. Let me just get this quickly over with. Oh yeah, I can get some new vets. In the meantime, so the rebels in Syria, anti-Assad people, are conducting rare military exercises with American forces in order to send a strong message to Russia and Iran that the Americans and the rebels intend to stay and confront any threats to their presence. The anti-Assad commander, Colonel Muhammad al-Tallah, is part of the Pentagon-backed Mawakir al-Tarwa group, now conducting 8 days of live fire and ground assault drills that involve hundreds of US troops and allied insurgents cooperating together. Hoorah! Alright, let's get me a week 1 scholar. Get this stuff over with. Yes. Yeah, we cannot have enough engineers. That's impossible. Colonel, thank you. Edit. A fast track. So I'm switching my base to a defensive posture, and then I'm going to do something else. What's it going to be? No, just rally flags. Make sure I come in. I finish this on time. These exercises have a big importance and beefed up the defenses of the area and raised the combat capabilities and morale and that of civilians in the area. Oh, Tanf, that's not in Idlib, that's in the south, in the east. The US appears to be responding to the major Russian naval and amphibious assault drills along Syria's coast from last week. I bet there are. One of each. This also comes after Moscow warned its forces could attack in the area near US-occupied Al-Tanf in pursuit of Al-Qaeda-linked jihadists. That Russia says hides out under US protecting areas. So the American army is protecting the Islamo-fascists. You have to remember, Syria is a war between religious fascists and actual fascists. Bashar al-Assad is a Nazi. He is literally a Nazi. And I like the Russians because they killed a lot of Nazis. And you see in Germany people are starting to vote for that kind of persons again. It's called, the party there is called the Alternative for Germany. Now, these motherfuckers don't understand that there's been 2 wars and that was the alternative. Always the alternative for Germany was fascism and Nazism. And if they don't keep their asses in check, if the German people want to go to that road again, then Germany should no longer be a country. We'll just split it up. Like after the Second World War, we split it up into 6 different countries, and we put a big fence around Bavaria, because that's where all these fascists are coming from, with a big wall. I'm going to build a wall. Build a big wall across Bavaria and Austria and Hungary and Poland. You can go and we'll let the Russians invade you again. We're kind of sad that we saved you from the Russians. The Russians should have been just stayed in East Germany and Austria. Well, they never were in Austria. Or Hungary. I can understand. They're probably Hungary people. Just remember, kids, the only good Nazi is a dead Nazi. What most of these Germans don't seem to realize is that that country is still under military rule. A lot of people don't know this, but the state of emergency, if the Allies, the Allies in the Second World War, they decide to declare a state of emergency, that's how it is. The German people don't get a say in this. So my guess is, if the Nazis want to rule again in Germany, we will proclaim a state of emergency, split up the country again. Actually, there's still a lot of American bases there. We could do that real easily. I'm not fucking around here. Fuck Nazis. And there you have it. A little rant. U.S. military has said in recent statements that it's not seeking military confrontation with Russia, and a spokesman said U.S. coalition commanders maintain deconfliction channels with Moscow's forces to prevent miscommunication or escalate tension. So that's good. At least they're talking to the Russians. Anything special here? Yeah. That's a lot of tunnels. Don't want them. Don't need all of those. Back. Go. So the exercise with the jihadis and the Marines was conducted to reinforce our capabilities and ensure we are ready to respond to any threat to our forces within our area of operations, Colonel Sean Ryan stated of the Marine Syrian rebel exercises. American forces have enforced a 55-kilometer radius deconfliction zone around its garrison, which has been declared off limits to others. Meanwhile, both Russia and Syria have condemned the presence of the base and others as a clear violation of Syrian sovereignty. And that's right, they were not invited. Saudi Arabia sent the jihadis, and the Americans are putting Marines there. So don't be shocked if Marines will die there, because we're sending them there. They're not invited. If you go into somebody's house and you're not invited, you're looking for trouble, and trouble might just find you. So it's a clear violation of Syria, and they have lodged multiple formal complaints at the Security Council, which have been routinely rebuffed or ignored. The rebel commander not fighting alongside the Marines told Reuters that we are staying whether the Russians or Iranians want or not. If Tehran does not respond to the demands of the Americans, there's a big likelihood they will be hit. Yeah, Iran needs to back the fuck out there too, because they're invited, but Iran needs to stick to its own. It should get the fuck out of Iraq too. But they wouldn't be in Iraq if W. Bush didn't invade it. It's inevitable the Iranians leave Syria. This should happen quickly and in a decisive way. And there you have it. Some guns up and fear porn. I like to appreciate everybody for watching this one. Come back for episode 4, probably tomorrow. This is Kravens, and I'll catch you on the flip side.